sorry, what?
Welcome back to Mondays Are a Mother. I'm your host, Kaylin, and if you're new here, welcome to the space. Last week, I shared vulnerably about feeling lost, feeling like there's a missing piece, that kind of fling, dating thing, I guess, brought up some want of companionship. And the hardship of wanting to be in a vulnerable position after getting hurt over and over again. It's felt like almost kind of alarming. I think Summer Walker wrote that album, Fuck My Type, for me. Definitely. And the week before that, we sat down with Paige and discussed our growth from leaving the ghetto office. And also, we talked about some not so great things in the medical community and people of color. I bring this up again because a week after our episode aired, a nurse named LaCrista Vaughn in Texas went viral for the second time for the mistreatment of inpatients who are African American. The first time she went viral, she was dismissive to an African American man. Oh my gosh, I just had a stroke. If you know me personally, you know I shared that I have been suffering from a spout of Bell's palsy. I got really stressed, or I don't know how to explain it, in April, May-ish, and my sister actually brought it to my attention. I sent her a TikTok that I made, and I asked if it was cringy, and she was like, honestly, like, your mouth looks kind of weird, but other than that, like, we're good. And I didn't know then that those were the early signs. I actually started getting, like, dramatically worse. My speech got slurred, my eye started drooping. I thought I was having a stroke. And turns out it was a little bit of Bell's palsy. Shout out to a sister for always like being a real one and letting you know that you low-key look like you're having something going on. Because if she didn't, I never would have known to get checked out. So thanks, girl. But anywho, back to the nurse in Texas. Sorry, guys. So the first time she went viral was for the mistreatment of an African American man in his early 20s who was brought in having seizures due to a previous medical condition. It was assumed by the nurse and marked that he was experiencing drug-related symptoms or side effects, if you will. And that was not the case. Her assumption led to a biased opinion and treatment towards him, in which a bystander who brought him in was able to capture the interaction and showcase who she was. And then this time was for an African American woman who was brought in by her mother, who previously had been scheduled for a induction. They called her and told her that, hey, sorry, our beds are full. We're not going to do the induction today. Number one, as a woman, that scares me so bad. What do you mean? Y'all want me to stay pregnant? Nope. No. Oh, God. And then, by a miracle, though, she actually goes into labor. Because she was scheduled and they had all of her information, she goes into the intake where she is met by this very nurse who gets all of this information and is asking her in a very slow and kind of like unfortunately toned manner. Then, when she's calling to do the transport, after obtaining all of this information, she basically is acting as if she has amnesia and isn't relaying the information to the transport person on where to take her, to a point that they both become aggravated because they actually knew who she was from previous experience. So, a lot of this information, even though it is required to ask, you are required to ask, could have been handled by the mom. They did, in fact, know this information, and she could have been working on the transport while getting this, as someone who has had 3 children and understands what that process looks like. So, due to people wanting to make change or see this and want to say something, they did record it. I don't always want or think that you should have your phone out to record everything. Please don't take this that way. But when it is something like this in the medical community or in any community that the person that is in charge is utilizing their position of power to display bias towards someone, which is causing them to perform below the required expectation, and there is a standard of care accompanied with that. And I'm using a lot of this language because basically what I'm saying is, if you're not acting right in the position that you're in, get the fuck up out of it. Get out of it. If you can't treat somebody well, get out of that seat. I'm sure there is somebody else that would be happy to do that job. And if you can't do it right, move out the way. Ludacris said it best. Move, bitch. But that's my opinion. After using all of that very nice language, that's what I mean. If you can't do right after getting a degree, and that's your job, don't be there. I can't even stand going to Dunkin' now because the redheaded girl up here who does the drive-through shit, her attitude is off the chain. She'll ruin your whole day. She'll ruin your whole day. And that's for everybody. That's for everybody. I want to tell her so bad, get another job. But I don't. I just don't go anymore. I literally won't even go. I realize that after I complained about it, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's complained about her attitude. Babe, I get it. I have red hair. But not every day is a bad day. But it is when I talk to you. It is when I try to order my peppermint mocha medium on ice. You are upset about it. So, nope, I'm good. With all of that being said, yes, I do believe that in certain situations, you get your phone out. Get it out. Tell somebody. Be the type of person that tells. I'm going to tell on you. If you don't know how to act, I'm telling. Now, getting into this week's episode, accompanied with that is how, like, seeing something and saying something even within yourself, advocating for yourself and putting on your own air mask, right? I gotta be honest, I want to thank each and every one of you who reached out and said that my episodes have felt like I'm talking to you, that you felt alone or lost, not knowing what to do next. I get it. I'm here. I feel you. What do you do? Where do you go? How do you figure this out? Can I be honest? I'm gonna talk about what I've been doing and how that is helping me feel better. And if this works for you, let me know. If it doesn't, hey, all we can do is try. And you know what? Hell yeah. Okay, I have to be honest, a lot of how I have so much like on my plate, but like I only get to go out and do outside things every now and again, and I have felt kind of sad about it. I have felt like I'm always trying to reach out and plan things. I planned a Christmas party last year that so many people said they were going to show up for, and two people did. Two people did. My birthday parties have been so different. I have to say, everybody always shows up for them. But when I really go out of my way to plan something and do shit with other people, that gives me dopamine. And when they don't do it for me or like don't, it's so irritating because I'm like, I'm like, try, I'm broke. I have to take care of these kids. So it's like, hey, don't waste my time. Don't waste my money. So putting myself first and not relying on others to validate or bring me dopamine to give me a good experience has been one thing. Also, I have been adopting and adapting so hard. I've been sitting on it to a point it's gonna get me pregnant. Is the let them theory. I've been letting people talk about me, doing whatever they want to. I've been wanting to confront it so bad because it's like every time someone in my town is talking about me, their hairstylist is on my profile views, and I don't know it because we live in such a small town. I watch people pull in to get their hair done, and I know whose car it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's the let them theory. Focusing on my bubble, staying in my lane, not wanting to fix everything or control everyone else and just be me. That, I have to be honest with you, that's been one of the hardest things because I am so confrontational. I want to be like, yo, how dare you? You did this, you did that. Nope. All that does is whenever I see someone acknowledge or validate that they hear me, it makes my inner child that felt not seen or heard validated in a not healthy way. So instead, I'm like, all right, step back, do something different. What have I been doing different? Giving them something to talk about. And what I mean by that is self-work, improving myself, increasing my water intake every day or every week. I make a goal of like how many bottles of water I want to drink a day. And I know that sounds very simple, but let me tell you something. Every time you make a promise to yourself or a goal for yourself and you break it, you break your trust in yourself, which creates a negative feeling between you and your decision making process. Oh God. Speaking of, my baby daddy is calling me right now. Hang on. What? Why would you call me that? You're so gross.
What do you want from Hardee's?
Oh, curly fries, bad, down bad.
That's it?
I mean,
You
I
don't want
do,
candies?
I do, but I haven't had them in so long. And the last time, like, I would get them, I would feel like I got shot by a tranquilizer.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I do want a little Hardee's combo. But what about all the kids?
You're not home yet.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
2 out of 3 are. 2 out of 3 are.
fuck, Christ. Hardee's is expensive.
Okay, well then just get us Hardee's and then we'll figure it out.
What? Send those charity to fucking crime.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Actually, I'm calling the cops and I'm telling them that you're behind on your child support. I hope they make a make a wish angel tree for the baby daddies in jail, and on each tree it has the amount of child support they're behind. When they Okay, bye.
Send me some of that 50 back on the phone.
Oh my, shut up. I'm not sending you no fucking money back that you just paid me. Bye. Anyways, please, for the love of God, shoot me. Boundaries are so important. When I tell you that he's so dead ass when he say, yo, run me 50 back, I mean that. I will not. I used to feel bad. I used to be like, hey, like, let me help you out. But I'm gonna tell you something, not one person feels bad that I have to pay $4,800 in bills by myself, which includes mortgage, car payment, insurance, groceries, phones, water, electric. Nobody's upset about that. Nobody cares about that. I'm doing that. But I gotta feel bad that somebody has to pay child support. Do you know how silly that sounds? Put yourself first. I mean, my God, when I tell you the first time I started doing that, my life changed. Whether it was something as simple as washing my face every morning when I get up, like whether it was making sure that I put on a fresh pair of clothes every single day when I started my day, whether it was taking a 5 to 10 minute walk every single day because I was committed. When I tell you that the way that it changed my perspective before, and it is continuing to change my perspective and make me feel better every single day, I swear to God, I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucy. And I will never not do it again. I will never not do it again. So, regardless, those little things, putting boundaries in place, saying no, creating small steps helps you make big leaps. That is my biggest piece of advice. Small steps make big leaps. Making small promises to yourself and keeping them will create a balance of trust within yourself and the way that you make decisions. And the more that you trust yourself, the easier it will be to create those boundaries. And it'll make it a lot easier to tell people who aren't treating you the way that you deserve to be treated to fuck right off. Because as they should. I don't get the point of being with someone that you don't like just because of the benefits that you reap. I'm never gonna feel grateful. I'm never gonna want to I never look happy, you know? I look back at some of the pictures that I took with guys that I thought loved me and they look so miserable. They look so sad. Doesn't look happy to be there. And I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm literally a prize. And the fact that I'm sitting here being tolerated by some bridge troll, you've got me so fucking fucked. I don't know if I'm PMSing, guys. I don't know what's going on with me. So, lots of F-bombs, lots of F-bombs. Before I wrap up this week's episode, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Next week, I will be joined by someone who I have known since I attended college the first time, back in 2011. When I met her, she was at the age of 22. Had to be. Yeah. Nope, she was 23. When I met her, she was 23 and she was already an Army veteran who did a tour in Iraq creating maps to help our soldiers go through the bad parts and not be blown up. It's so crazy. She is a mother of several. She is a business owner. She's so strong. I'm just so excited. Her name is Tarina, and I can't wait to ask all about so many things that have happened along the way. When we first got together and we talked about some of the projects that we had in class, I was blown away at how silly, goofy we were and still are. Not only that, she attended the wedding of me and David. Like, that's how close we have been throughout the years and still have been connected. So can't wait to share her journey with you and tune in for more. Now, my tip of the week for you guys is before you add your kids, work, errands, and everything else to your calendar, please schedule yourself in first. Block out at least one non-negotiable moment just for you. Non-negotiable. I swear to God. Non-negotiable moment just for you. Whether it's like 20 minutes, I swear, walking, quiet coffee, journaling, whatever fills your cup. If it's not on the schedule, it's not going to happen. There are $5 planners at Dollar General. There are dollar planners at Dollar Tree to even make them cute. I swear by them. Please invest in you. Now, my mantra for the week. Monday's mantra. I am worthy of the time, space, and care I give to everyone else. And I need you to repeat it until it feels true. The more you talk positively to yourself, the better that you feel. I can't count how many times I've called myself something negative to a point that I feel that way. And nope, no mas, no more. Again, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you haven't already, like, follow, and subscribe. Additionally, on rss.com, you can like the channel, and there are tons of links there as well. Let's donate to a planner fund or donate to something that you want to see on the podcast. We'll make it happen. I've been thinking about what a good nonprofit would be for this holiday season. Before I do hop off here, there is something that I have to talk about that is impacting my community and that I can't not think about when I set my holiday tables up for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I know that there is someone missing. But with the people that we have missing, I can say that I am thankful, grateful, and blessed that we have all of the answers that we sought and needed and had closure and peace when it came to their passing. But not all of us are that grateful, or not all of us get to be that grateful and have that opportunity because it has been taken from us. So I have to talk to you guys about this because we knew her in my community. I mean, hell, she rode Miss Rhonda's bus. We went to high school with her, but we still don't have answers. Chase Jordan Stafford. Chase was last seen by her family on May 9th, 2023, and she was with her boyfriend, Joseph Singleton. The texts between her and her mom that day were super concerning to her mom. She had been staying with Joseph at his house in Charlotte, but according to him, he dropped her off the following day, May 10th, along Chapmansboro Road, and then he drove a blue Ford Focus at the time, and he just left her. A backpack was found on May 10th, 2023, and it contained all of her items. It had her glasses, her cell phone, and it was turned back over to the family first after the missing persons report was filed. So imagine your family hasn't heard from you. Her mom's texting you, but all of a sudden there's nothing. But the boyfriend said he dropped her off with the backpack, but she's seen on camera footage without the backpack, by the way. The search for Chase, though, did tragically end May 18th, 2023, when she was recovered from the Cumberland River at the Cheatham Dam. It was, I mean, honestly, like, I felt devastated for her mom and still do. After they did find her, though, no one said anything. The media has gone silent, and according to her mom and things that I've seen online, is that it's her manner of death is still undetermined. There's no answers to how or why she ended up in the river. If you spoke to Chase in the days surrounding her disappearance, saw or heard anything that may be related to her death, please speak up and call the Cheatham County Sheriff's Office at 615-792-2098. You can also reach out to Tennessee Missing and Unsolved. Honestly, like, it hurts me because there's no answers. No one supposedly knows anything that happened. And that's not. We live in such a small town that you can barely take a shit without your neighbor knowing. What do you mean you don't know what happened to her? Someone's got to know something. So if you did and you knew, please reach out. Please say something. If this could be your sister, your daughter, your cousin, your mom, your best friend, they don't keep a secret. And if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please speak up. There are resources that help, and I'm happy to help. There are lots of avenues, and we don't want to lose you. Have a great week. Stay safe. You are loved.